103.8.
Well, it's not often that we should give a round of applause to someone sitting in the studio, but then again, I don't think we've ever had anyone sitting in the studio who's run 30 marathons in 30 days. So, Marcus Smith.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
That is unbelievable. We've been following the journey. I mean, not literally, because our best efforts to actually join you were thwarted. You probably think that we never did, but that's why we were very keen to put up photographic evidence.
Yes.
You were too busy running with a lot more distinguished people that we will get to very, very shortly. But give us an overview, Marcus, of the whole thing. 30 marathons in 30 days. Summarise it.
It's been wild. I think, as Chris said sort of a second ago, it's almost like deja vu. I sat in this chair a month ago talking about it, and you guys, I don't think Chris actually believed me. I think, Robbie, you believed in me a little bit more, but
I did,
Chris
yeah.
was kind of, and it's just been absolutely surreal. Like, I don't think I've realised what's happened yet, and the amount of momentum the whole initiative gathered and the amount of support I got, and I'm not really sure I've realised what I've done to my body yet, but as the days of recovery go on, I'm sort of starting to realise, and actually looking forward to going to Oman at the weekend for a little run, so I'm looking forward to that.
And chilling out.
What was it like on the 31st morning when you didn't have to run a marathon? Was that a bit odd?
Yeah, it was very odd, and everyone was saying to me, like, especially in the last few days, people were saying, what are you going to do on the last day? And I never had an answer, or on the 31st day, I never had an answer. And I think this was one of the reasons why I managed to make it happen, because I managed to stay very present, and all I thought about was the next day. People would ask me, what's happening where's your route on Thursday? And it was like Sunday, and I'm like, I don't know. I'd get back on Sunday, I'd do the route for Monday. So I stayed super present, and then on Sunday morning I just woke up and my wife said, do you want to go to the beach? And I was like, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. And so we went to the beach.
It's interesting, Marcus, you saying all this, and to be fair, I asked you this question earlier and you weren't really sure how to answer it then. Do you miss it? I mean, it sounds a strange thing to say, but given the fact, I guess it gave your life some structure, some order.
Yeah.
On day 31, did you actually miss going out for a run?
I missed a lot of parts of it, Chris, to be honest. Like, I didn't miss the 4 o'clock wake up, but I think I did miss a lot of it because we just managed to gain so much momentum. We managed to go to, I think we went to 15 schools over the month and really motivate a lot of kids. And I got so many messages from people saying, I've just been out and run 1K, or I've just been out and run 2K. And obviously you miss being able to feel that you can really make a genuine difference. But now's the time, and with Dubai Fitness Challenge, we're just trying to make sure we can continue the message and continue to inspire people to do just 30 minutes of movement every day. So I'm missing certain elements, but I'm not missing all of the elements.
Yeah, should just point out just very quickly, we are live on Facebook, so you can hop onto the Dubai 103.8 Facebook page and watch this if you are not listening to it in the car, of course, and do so if you get a chance.
And
if it's safe to do so.
We are
That's the
being
key
inundated with congratulatory messages
you.
to you, Marcus. I'll read a few of these out. Met Marcus when he visited us at school. He just finished his 42K and he was as fresh as you like. Legend. We don't throw that word around often. Absolutely brilliant, Marcus. So huge support. And that support, we were talking off air, that took you by surprise a little bit, didn't it?
Yeah, absolutely blown away. Like, I don't normally run with music at all, but on my phone I'd got podcasts, I've got audiobooks, and I'd had them all backed up, so I'd not listen to a podcast.
Must have got through the whole iTunes library.
Well, and I took my headphones out one day, I listened to Joe Rogan for I think 30 minutes. The rest of the time I had people with me. Literally. I think the cumulative time over the whole month that I didn't have someone running with me was probably just the amount of one marathon, about 4 hours. The rest of the time I had people, and it was almost like shift work.
Even at the start?
It was mind-blowing. I'd turn up at the flag. I said, I start at the flag, Etihad Museum on the beach road, 5 a.m. every day. One day, a gentleman drove from Abu Dhabi, woke up at 2 a.m. from Abu Dhabi, drove all the way down to the flagpole, ran the full marathon with me, and drove back to Abu Dhabi. I was blown away, guys. It's unreal.
I was following your social media closely, Marcus. In total, how many individuals ended up running with you? I think the marathon of over 45?
Over 45 ran the marathon.
And for the first time?
For the first time, around 20.
20 people ran a marathon for the first time with you.
What's more remarkable is one of the guys that ran the marathon in the second week with me ran 2 more. So he'd never done a marathon before. He did it on the Monday of the second week, and he did it twice more. So he's now done his first 3 marathons. he's mind-blowing. I'm absolutely blown away by the whole thing.
At any point in 30 days, did you feel like your body was going to give out?
Yes, almost every day.
So what did you do?
This is one of my biggest learnings. The human body is insane, and it adapts. And some days I would, my hamstring on my right leg, when I did the 105 laps around a 400-meter track, and my hamstring that day was in all sorts of trouble. 2 days late, like literally, I thought it was torn. 2 days later, it was absolutely fine. Why? Like, why does that happen? You know, and I think a lot of time it's just, yeah, it's your body and it's physically, but I had that. I had all these different aches and pains, and I didn't have a choice but to get up and run. So when you remove the choice, and this is the thing, in life you've got a choice to keep going or to stop. I didn't give myself the choice to stop. I just knew every morning, because I had 20 people waiting at the flagpole, it would be a little bit embarrassing if I didn't show up.
Is there a morning where you thought, nah, because I would have had, well, to even try to get my head around doing that is preposterous. But if I were you, there would have certainly been some mornings where I would have thought, no, I'm staying in bed.
There wasn't, you know, and this is what's wild about the human body and mind as well, because only on 5 of the days of the 30 did I need an alarm to wake up. I woke up before my alarm on 25 of the days.
That is ace.
It's wild what happens. When you put your mind in something and you're committed to it, you just do it. You make it happen.
Now, on the Thursday that you became Invisible Man, and I will not lie to you, Marcus, there was a little 2-minute period that Robbie and I looked at one another and thought, is Marcus Smith just fibbing this? Is he just coming out in the morning?
He's running 30 marathons in 30 days and we've just rocked up for 5 minutes and we're throwing accusations about.
We missed him, and we did throw those accusations about for 2 minutes. We then did, and this is no word of a lie, we ran about 150 metres for a social media post and thought, right, let's get back in the car.
That's enough.
And go for breakfast.
These guys.
Pathetic. I know.
We are awful individuals, Marcus. But listen, it's fair to say you have captured the imagination, and on that day, Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, he came out early, 6:30. He had his drone with him as well to capture it all. Talk to us about that experience, and I want to get some insight here. What did Sheikh Hamdan say to you as well?
I guess that experience was quite surreal as well. They told me that it was happening the night before. They said, be here at this time, and I just sort of cruised onto the beach track, and he didn't stop me running at all. I carried on running, and we shook hands, and he just started running with me, and we ran for about 8K. And
no way.
Yeah,
8K.
Yeah, and you know, there's 2 parts of this. The first part is.
Did they call you to say you've got a new route tomorrow?
No, they just told me to be here at this time, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. And but this is what I think is quite amazing about this country, and also about the Dubai Fitness Challenge, is that the gentleman, His Highness, that's in charge of it, is so involved in it that he even comes and runs with someone, as you know.
Did he hear about you on the grapevine, or how did word travel to him?
I have no idea, mate. But as I said, I think the fact that he came and he ran shows an incredible amount of support, and his belief in the initiative, and his thirst to make Dubai the fittest city in the world, which is what Dubai Fitness Challenge is really all about.
Did the legs start to wobble as you're running alongside him?
No, not at all. And this, you'll enjoy this story, Chris, is that I obviously we had a big crowd, and I was told, you know, just it would be a lot more appropriate if you're on your own. So I was on my own, and we're running down the beach track, and 2 of my friends were running towards me, and they just politely turned and started running with us, because His Highness was running with me and another gentleman, and it was just like 3 guys just going for a run. And they called me later and they said, listen, we're really sorry that we hung around. We just completely didn't notice who you were running with until about 3 minutes. We'd been running for about 3 minutes.
Getting all sorts of weird looks.
And then they
They
realised...
weren't surprised by the camera people.
They were, yeah, and the drones flying.
No, it's just Marcus. He has that wherever he goes now.
And they said we just didn't really... But that's how much of a genuine guy he is. And we were just talking about the same questions that you guys ask. Are your legs sore? How was your motivation? What do you eat? How do you recover? And we just had a great conversation for 8K, and then I turned around and carried on my way. and tried to find
That's
you
amazing.
blokes, but you were already back in bed.
Yeah, no, it was. I feel horrendous actually that we didn't manage to run any of it. But I completely blame Chris for no reason whatsoever.
You can blame me. You can
It's
blame
just
me.
easier.
I don't mind at all. I've got to ask as well, just about the fact that your image was projected. If that wasn't special enough, running with the Crown Prince, your image was then projected up onto the world's biggest and tallest building, the Burj Khalifa. I saw you post that on your social media. It just gets even more weirder and more bizarre and more humbling, I guess.
Yeah, it does. That was quite a weird experience in itself, because it was after I'd finished a run the previous Thursday, and they called me. They said, "You need to go to Kite Beach. We need to film you." I said, "Guys, I'm tired. I need to recover." They said, "No, it's for something really important." And they said, "Oh, we're making a video and you're going to be on the Burj Khalifa." And I'm like, "Yeah, of course, right, of course. Why do you want to put me on?" And so they've got me on Kite Beach doing a complete sort of standard Dubai influencer pose. I'm running along the beach on sand, haven't run on sand the whole time. I've got tourists looking at me like and I'm wearing this crop top and I'm running. And Holly, my wife, is making a video and I'm just going, this is my biggest nightmare. You know what I mean? And they said, "Yeah, we're going to use it for Burj Khalifa." And I was like, "Yeah, of course you are." No, I didn't believe them. You just don't believe that something like that's going to happen. And then on Friday night, they're like, "Turn around, watch the show."
Wow.
And I was running on the Burj Khalifa, and I was like,
Did they send you the footage?
Yeah,
That's
I have
amazing.
the footage. Yeah,
that
it's
is
just
amazing.
It's just wild, yeah.
You running has been projected on the tallest building on the planet.
Yeah, it's just, and someone sent me a message and they're like, "You've just won Instagram."
Yes.
They're like,
Yeah.
you've just won. And
Mo
I'm just like,
Farah, eat your heart out. I mean, that is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's just, that's why I think it goes back to what we sort of started. It's just been completely surreal. And, I'm just super thankful that Dubai Tourism and Dubai Fitness Challenge, they've just given me so much support, and they really made it all happen, under His Highness's guidance. And it really just shows what a great initiative it is and how serious they are about the Dubai Fitness Challenge. And people can see that about, the resources that they ploughed into it this year. And yeah, for that as a finale, it's been crazy.
Very quickly, Marcus, I'm conscious of time here. Your next challenge, I've got to ask you this question. I'm sure a lot of people out there are pondering the same thing. It's got to be bigger and better next year. You do realise that, right?
Yeah, I'm a little bit spontaneous with challenges. This one just sort of came to fruition like a couple of months before, as we said at the start. I don't know what we'll do next year. I think the roots are the same. If we can influence the kids, if we can influence people to run more or to be more active, hopefully I don't have to run 30 more marathons.
And when's your next marathon?
I think I'll run in Dubai Marathon on the 25th of Jan. I'll run in the mountains this weekend in Oman and see how it goes. But I'm not running in the race. But time for a bit of speed work. All that time at that slower pace, I kind of slowed down. And the last one we did super quick.
So
Well
sluggish.
done. 3 hours 46.
Yeah, the last one was the fastest one. So that was a bit brutal. And anyone that joined me on the last one, I really have to apologise to them, because they'd seen the pace all the way through, and we finished in like 4 hours 15. So loads of people rocked up on the last one. Happy day, last day, Saturday. We'll run the whole thing with you. And they just got spat out the back at about 10 or 15K. And I was like, oh no, this is terrible.
Brutal. We'd have lasted about 500 yards, I think.
Yeah.
So it's just as well. Listen, Marcus, once again, we can reiterate what an amazing
you.
accomplishment.
Thank you.
Great to have you on our show.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing what's next.
I appreciate all the support, guys, from you and from the whole nation. It's been awesome.
What a
If
legend.
you just came into this interview late, you can catch it all. It's on our Facebook page, Dubai 103.8. It was up on the live Facebook. It will be held on that video page. So if you did miss any of the interview, you want to see what Marcus's reaction to that incredible challenge was, catch it on our Facebook page. And Marcus, thank you so much again.
Thanks a lot.
Your journey between Abu Dhabi and the Dubai airport is on us.
It's just about 6 o'clock.
Sit back and relax with our